Hello! Welcome back, curious parents. The changes that happen between your baby's first breath and their first birthday are truly amazing. As we've explored before on the show, in no time at all, babies grow from being helpless little beings reliant on reflexes to being full-blown toddlers who are learning enough about the world to be able to understand words and use them meaningfully.
Can I see your muscles?
Yeah. Mushroom.
What's your favorite color?
Boo.
But but that's yellow.
Yo, yeah, fine.
Whoa. But how do they actually learn about the world around them? Is there some kind of infant instruction manual? As usual, this is a big question, and one that whole fields of science are trying to answer. Let's be a bit more specific. How does learning to move and play and, well, interact with the physical world help babies learn? Today in the Hello Lab, let's explore how active, hands-on experiences are crucial for early learning, with an emphasis on communication. You may have heard that babies are like sponges. They soak up everything that comes their way. This is a helpful but overly simplistic view of things, because babies, unlike sponges, don't just sit there and passively absorb stuff.
You got it?
Not yet. I don't think she got it.
You got it?
It's thought that babies learn best through active, or what scientists call embodied learning experiences, or embodied cognition. Learning that happens through having a physical body that moves through the world. Little humans need to do things to learn on a deep level. They explore and actively interact over and over and over again to figure out how the world actually works. When embodied learning happens, that's when little ones start to uncover meaning in their everyday lives, long before they can tell us through words. How do babies have active learning experiences? As we know, babies are like little scientists and learn to connect the dots on all kinds of data. Sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touch, and all the different sensations they feel as their bodies move through space. To see this in real time, let's step into the world from your baby's point of view. This kiddo is watching a video showing her pictures of a nice, juicy apple. She can see what an apple looks like in 2D, and the voice on the video tells her what she sees is in fact an apple. But she's learning about an apple based on what she sees and hears only. She's only really using 2 of her senses, and there's so much more info she could be getting. But this kid is actively learning about an apple. How so? For starters, she's able to actually hold the apple. Now, not only can she see its shape, but she can feel its roundness and weight in her hands. When she drops the apple on the floor, she learns that the heaviness of the apple produces sound, like a thud. When she adorably tries to roll the apple on the floor, she learns that although it has a round shape, it moves differently than, say, a perfectly round ball. And as she has more active learning experiences, the more she will start to connect action words like roll to the apple's movement. When she rolls the apple gently, it doesn't go too far. But when she uses a bit more force, she might feel how her muscles push the apple further along. Now she might see her mama sniff the apple, or even take a bite out of it. Crunch! She learns that apples are food, that they can be tasted and eaten. The sound the apple makes when her mom bites into it gives this baby crucial data about the crunch and juiciness of apple eating. Okay, now I'm getting hungry. Finally, this baby takes a bite herself. She tastes that apples are both sweet and maybe a little tart too.
Wait. Good job. Take a bite. Is that a yummy apple?
She feels its texture change as she chews it. Delicious. As we can see, this kiddo, compared to the first one, had an active or embodied learning experience. This means she learned so much more about an apple than she could have learned from a screen alone. As a result, she more fully learned the meaning of apple, by experiencing its shape, texture, weight, movement, sound, smell, and juicy taste. But there's more to it than that. She's not just learning about the apple by itself. She's learning about the act of rolling round objects in general. She's experiencing tartness, maybe for the first time. And she's experiencing the association between the texture of the apple and the crunching sound it makes when she bites into it. That's a whole lot of learning. The richness of active, hands-on learning encourages the baby's caregiver to use a greater variety of words. Bite, chew, crunch, juicy, compared to a mere 2D experience. The more we study this stuff, the more we see how important embodied, active learning experiences are. Kids don't learn merely by memorizing words or looking at images on a screen. They learn by actively engaging with the world, moving their bodies, touching, smelling, hearing, seeing, and tasting, sometimes all at once. When it comes to early learning, the mind and body are great lab partners. Words and language itself aren't just abstract concepts in your kid's head. Of course not. They're built through movement and play, science-backed tools to make the world more meaningful and memorable. And honestly, we could all use a little more fun and apples in our lives. Thanks for watching. Until next time. What are some ways you build in active or embodied learning experiences with your little ones? Let us know in the comments below. And stay tuned for our next episode, where we explore how digital screen time impacts early communication development.